All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching His word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to get into a lesson concerning World War III, and it's biblical. See, at the end of the day, the will of the Most High is going to happen, man. And these events that's happening in the earth are not random at all. It is the will of the Lord. And in this time, this age right here, the climax, the perfect will, pretty much to top everything off, is the destruction of America, which is Babylon the Great. And that's why we have this event called World War III. That's an actual term being used in the earth more and more frequent because we in that time. So I got this article from Newsbreaking and reads, China loads over 100 nuclear ICBMs into silos. So you load the ICBM into silos, that's like you cocking your gun. Or in the ancient world, like you pull that arrow back, man. And when you pull that arrow back or you up that gun, you aiming at something. And not just China, Russia, North Korea, and even the allies of America. That's the target. America, Babylon the Great. So that's what these ICBMs is for, man. Let's see, let's read a little bit into it. It says China has probably loaded more than 100 of its nuclear-armed solid fuel DF-31 ICBMs into 3 silo fields near its border with Mongolia, a new draft Pentagon report says, according to Reuters. So you can see this the Pentagon reporting it because that's the time we in. And you getting reports from the Pentagon more than ever. From, of course, World War III, as well as the so-called UFO sightings. You hear about UFOs, or what's the latest, the 3-eye atlas. Before you get that, they are going to the Pentagon first and reporting it to them. Then the rest of the people get, So it just show you what time we in and prophecy, man. As well as that also show you that Esau, his back is against the wall. This man is on the ropes. All of these things he have to, look at, and it's all contributing to his downfall. It says the draft report, which could still change, also says that China does not want to have talks on arms control. Reuters reported in his hope for by President Trump, who is pushing for denuclearization with Beijing as well as Russia and North Korea. And they don't want no talks, man. They don't want no talks, man. This is the will of the Lord, man. And just going back, World War III is a thing. Everybody knows that now. The thing is, this stems from the Bible, man. This idea came from the Lord, and now we seeing it playing out, man. So, matter of fact, let's start off with this in the book of Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. It reads, For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So it said every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. And that's how ancient war was fought. Even when you talk about, scriptures talk about the armor of the Most High. You had your feet shod. You got the helmet, the shield, sword. Those things was necessary to be on the battlefield. And that what contributed, to that strange noise, From you hearing the shields, hitting the sword, hitting the shield, the war cries, the sound of battle. It says, but this, meaning this battle, shall be with burning and fuel of fire. That can only make sense in this time. Because you just can't say that was some cannons. No, World War III, the what centers around it is really nuclear war. World War III is centered around nuclear war. That's that burning and fuel of fire. Everybody got that button now. See, back then, even the scriptures go on to World War I. And I show you how it revolutionized war. It goes into the dog fighters. Then you even have, World War II. You got more military vehicles. The weaponry has upgraded. And it was capped off by atom bomb. But this right here, this is what it's going to be all centered around. Them nukes, man. So what other battle could this be but World War III? And the target is America, man. Matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Jeremiah. I think it's 50. It might be. Give me one, bear with me. Right. Jeremiah 50 and verse 14, it reads, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. And that's meaning what? All ye that have the nukes. So as we just seen read the article concerning China putting nukes in the silos, that's a form of them bending the bow. Because best believe those nukes have they got an address on it. And the address is America. Actually, that's what it's going. That's what it's talking about. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord. So best believe them 100, that 100 round, and even in that, those nukes, because what the scripture speaks on, the number of the horsemen in Revelation the 9th chapter, the 200,000. That's those warheads. So it ain't not just 100 missiles. It's multiple warheads on each missile, man. Some have 10 warheads, some have 20 to 50 warheads. So, but ultimately, those that have that nuclear capability, a lot of those missiles will be shot over here in America. That's where the bulk of the destruction as well as the salvation will take place. So yeah, this is going to be the climax of World War III is going to take place over here in Babylon the Great, which is America. So China bending that bow, who he shooting at? Babylon. Same thing in Russia, North Korea. And then kind of find out it's going to be the allies as well that's going to turn on the whore. Great Britain and France and shit like that. India, they going to shoot missiles on America as well. Let's get some. Psalms chapter 7. Start at 11. It reads, the Most High, judge of the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He have bent his bow and have made it ready. See? So I said, the Lord, it said, if the wicked don't turn, it's going to whet his sword. And that's what you see. As this devil have gotten worse, that technology has gotten more efficient. As I mentioned earlier in the spirit, World War II was capped off by the atom bombs. But now you have hypersonic missiles. And it's for America. That's why when you go into a nuclear war, the template is always America. New York City. It's always got to be that template to show you the radius of a nuclear blast, man. Because ultimately, this is the place where it's going to unfold. Because this is the will of the Lord. It says, he had also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained of his arrows against the persecutor. See? It said he ordained of his arrows. So this is what the Lord saying that these missiles going to go to America. Talking about they're going to march everyone his ways and they're going to bring their rights. Where they going? To here, Babylon the Great, man. And as you can see, things are being made ready. The scripture says, the Lord have bent his bow and have made it ready. So there ain't no coincidence China lining up 100 missiles, putting them in the silos. And they ain't the only country that's doing it. Best believe, of course, America. Trump spoke on, testing more nukes and shit and speaking on the dome. Russian, all these nations that have nuclear capability, the Lord put the spirit on because this the time that we're in, the time of war, and things are about to be summed up. And this event, World War III, is what's going to sum this place up. So yeah, I just hope this will edify. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rachach Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that's teaching the word in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom.